All right. So I'm going to keep my thing brief. Um, I've been scrolling through TikTok and I've been seeing quite a lot of people, even on Twitter, people talking about uh George Russell not winning the championship this year. That he's been dog walked is uh an ambitious statement. They said he's being dog walked by Antonelli, blah and blah and whatnot. And I'm just here to speak about that and to tell you guys why I think this is George Russell's here to win the championship. If Mercedes can hold on like to the end of the year, straight up to Abu Dhabi, if they can have the best car up to Abu Dhabi, or at least stay in the fight up to Abu Dhabi, I feel like this is George Russell's year. Okay, so y'all be saying, oh yeah, uh, we all know, of course, Antonelli is leading the championship and whatnot. Let me just check the formula. Out okay, Formula One standings. I think driver standings. Okay, okay. 26 driver standings. Okay, so this is the current driver standings. You can see Antonelli 75 points in P1, then George Russell, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, Lando, Oscar, so on and so forth. So, uh, just because Antonelli is right here and Russell is just right here, let me say about 7 points behind him, everyone just concludes, oh yeah, Antonelli is dog walking George Russell. That's quite an ambitious statement, to be honest. Uh, Personally, I believe Antonelli. Not okay. I won't say believe, but I've been having this kind of thoughts, like just silent thoughts that I feel Mercedes is helping. Not Mercedes alone. Toto specifically is uh helping Antonelli. I feel like yeah, there are a lot of people saying that as well. A lot of people like yeah, Antonelli inherited Lewis Hamilton's garage, which is the garage winning multiple championships for Lewis. Lewis won 6 championships with Mercedes, so Antonelli inherited his race engineer and his side of the garage, so which uh, ordinarily he already like has like an edge, kind of an edge over George or like over any other driver. He kind of it puts him like it gives him an head start. I mean, so there's the aspect of that, but apart from that, yeah, I don't know how much that contributes to the whole situation we find ourselves at the moment. But why there's that, there's also the aspect that Antonelli is Mercedes and Toto's golden boy. You know, he's like the future of the team. It's like those golden boy. So definitely they are going to like. I feel like they are prioritizing him over George because I don't know why is it all it's just been George's car having all of the issues, you know, just George's car having all of the issues, and it's a thing that Formula One teams can do. They can give one driver the stable updates, then give the other driver the more risky updates, the more ambitious upgrades. Generally, is something that from now on teams can do. You can see, I think, in the sprint race yesterday as well. I think I was seeing something like that on TikTok where they kind of recognized that Lewis Hamilton had the winglet on the halo, while Charles didn't have the winglet. And there was some time last year where Lewis also mentioned that Charles had an upgrade that he didn't have and this and that. So it's a thing that teams do in Formula One normally. You can split the upgrades between both cars. One part test this, one test uses the previous version. It happened between Sonada and Max Verstappen last year as well, which is more reason why I feel like probably why Aja is on the back foot here in Miami as well. Probably Max has the upgrade. Aja doesn't have the full upgrade, or he has a different setup generally that they are testing. So hopefully they give Aja the same upgrade real soon. So in the same way, I feel like yeah, probably the same thing is playing out at Mercedes or but yeah. So if we're going by that, then we can explain why George has been on the back foot. Like I mean, he won the opening race of the year. Antonelli, yeah, people say it's fast, it's this, it's that, it's that. Charles said yesterday that it's terrible at wheel to wheel. I know Charles was trying to apologize at the end, trying to like paint it up and all of that, but I feel like he said his mind. Forget the adrenaline, blah blah blah. He said his mind. He said what he really feels, what he really thinks about Antonelli's way to way racing, and I think quite a lot of people we agree with that as well. Actually, because yeah, we've all seen it. We've all seen it how Antonelli is way to way both in junior categories and here in Formula One, which is a bigger stage general where it became more obvious that well yeah this guy real to real not really staying that much, but it's not like it's yeah like yeah. So it's I feel like it's difficult to explain. Okay, in fact I think as at Q2 yesterday, Antonelli was like is it 4 or 9 tenths ahead of George, when George obviously if you saw George's lap, yeah, there are some of his laps where like he was just fighting with the car and just having quite he's just been having a lot of issues like for the last few races since after Australia, in fact. So uh but even when he had a very perfect lap yesterday, it was still like 4 tenths of Antonelli. That doesn't make sense. And Antonelli had no issues with the car, like wasn't fighting the car, wasn't this, wasn't that. In fact, it was kind of was initially underperforming before probably they launched their party mode or launched something to help him. But like I miss all of that. George laid down a perfect lap, and his perfect lap was still like a couple of tenths off. So something is wrong with George's car, and Mercedes are not putting enough effort to fix George's car. That's more reason why I feel yeah they are supporting their golden boy. Toto specifically is backing his golden boy. Probably wants Antonelli to beat George so he can have a reason to kick George out or something. And like people be like, oh, George is so unlucky when the car is finally like probably best car on the grid. Then suddenly the team doesn't want to back him. They want to back their golden boy and all of that. Okay, you could see a couple of TikTok here, like just emotional TikToks and all. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, I strongly still believe uh, George is going to win this championship as long as they have the best car as a what's come Abu Dhabi. I feel like George is going to win this championship. And why do I feel like George is going to win the championship? I feel like George is going to win the championship um because if you look at Lando 2024 and 2025, Lando was on fire 2024. Yeah, he made a couple of mistakes. He was bottling starts. It was, no, it was not the best going head to head with Max Verstappen as well, you know. But realistically speaking, Lando, especially in qualifying, was just laying it down. 2024, it was on fire, man. Like every weekend, I expect a Lando pole or just one fastest lap or just something. I just expect I expect magic every. It's just going purple, purple, purple back in 2024. Then come 2025, it's championship year, and it was just flopping, 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 flopping. It kind of like just struggled basically throughout the whole year. It was part where it was on form, but like the time it was on form was just like very rare times in that year, and that was his championship year. So I kind of noticed the first year, the year you win your first championship, most times, might not be your best year as a driver. It might not be the year where you feel like you're performing at your best, or the year everything goes your way the most. Most times you're going to struggle a lot in that year. I don't know why it's been that way, but it's just been a pattern. Same as Seb back in 2010, Sebastian Vettel. Vettel is probably not even meant to be in the conversation. He never led the championship at any point, so he shouldn't even be in the conversation for oh, he's gonna be the world champion at the end of the year or something like that. But yeah, we know how it ended. He eventually became the world champion in 2010. So I feel like it's been a pattern actually that uh the year before you are kind of in the mix, kind of doing so well, kind of being consistent, kind of being talked about as, oh yeah, you should be in the hunt for that world championship and all. Then in the year where you actually win the championship, you most likely won't be like the best or something. You might not be at your best, or kind of you just have quite a lot of bad lucks or inconsistencies or a lot of issues to deal with and all of that, which Lando also experienced last year, which made a lot of people think, oh, he didn't deserve the championship. He deserved the championship. He fought for it, you know. So it's just it's his first championship year. That's how it is based on the pattern. It's usually not all that rosy your first year. Usually the person that has it all rosy in that first in that year is the person that doesn't end up becoming the world champion, which is exactly what happened with Oscar Piastri last year, and exactly what is happening with Kimi Antonelli as well this year, which is main reason why I feel like Antonelli will not win the world championship this year, generally, because he's having it all good currently. It's exactly how Piastri was having it all good last year. Then suddenly, we all know how everything changed. So it's the driver that is struggling that ends up the driver that has been a consistent driver, a good driver all of these years. Then in that championship year when the car is good, is certainly is suddenly struggling. That's usually the driver that wins the championship. So, and that is exactly what's happening to George. He's been all good all of these years, and suddenly in the year he has the car to win the championship, he's suddenly struggling, and his teammates is looking like, oh yeah, he's the perfect man, he's the this, he's the that. That's usually the person that doesn't win the championship. Then George wins the championship. So that's the major reason why I feel like George is going to win the championship. Except probably McLaren outperform Mercedes or Ferrari, eventually get their shit together. I sincerely, after Australia, I kind of removed Ferrari from the discussion for either the WDC or the World Constructors Championship. Either I kind of just removed them. So I would like to be surprised by Ferrari, but I kind of removed them from the conversation for now because they don't seem like they've got their shit together this year either. So that's major reason why I think George is going to win. But all of this talk that like Antonelli is dog walking him, I never thought this Georgia will reach base George so much. George has nothing to prove to Antonelli. Antonelli is not winning at the moment because he's good. He's winning from luck at the moment. Quite a lot of luck. Look at Japan. That's luck. That's luck. Quite a lot. China, Russell had issues as well. So Antonelli, I'm not saying which is exactly what was happening with Piastri last year. Piastri, that is exactly the same thing I'm saying about Antonelli as well. I'm not saying he's a terrible driver. Same way, Piastri is one of my favorite drivers. Actually, I love it. I feel like he feels more like a champion to me than many other drivers on the grid. Actually, he's a very solid racer and all. But like, think about it. Especially early in that year, Lando was just making a lot of mistakes. Lando was just unlucky. He had issues with the car. He was making a lot of mistakes here and there. That was the main reason why Piastri was having that much lead and getting that much traction. That's the fact. Actually, yes, Piastri is good, but Lando was actually having a lot of issues, especially early in that year and like at some point later in the year as well. That was why it was that far, and that's exactly what's happening with Kimi as well. So it won't take that too long. Probably mid-season or almost a bit more than mid-season before his heart will be broken, just like Piastri last year as well. So he's winning all of this now, not he's wheel to wheel. Yeah, Charles said the fact yesterday. He's still not good wheel to wheel. He's not good wheel to wheel, and a lot. He's not still winning based on tire management. He also not really to there. He makes a lot of mistakes. He has a lot of work to do. In fact, he has a lot of work to do. So at the moment, he's winning based off the car is good and it's lucky, which is not good enough. I'm not saying actual dominance or actual performance or something, but like yeah, he's trying, does something like that. Considering how young, I don't even think how young he is should be a thing anymore. He's just another driver on the grid as well. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like you guys should calm down. We're just at the fourth race of the season. In fact, we've not had the first race. We've just had the sprint race yesterday. We're about to like have the first race of the fourth. I mean, of the season. So like, there's still a lot of things, upgrades coming. Some you remember last year, some upgrades came. Piastri couldn't work well with those upgrades anymore. It fell to Norris end of the whole thing and all of that. So like it happens. At Japan, Piastri was right there on the podium, all celebrating all this, and that Norris was in the back foot. Here we are at Miami. Norris was just laying down purple. Piastri is on the back foot. So this Formula One at the end of the day is quite unpredictable. We don't know a lot of things going on behind the scenes. So I would just like to say, everyone calm the fuck down, okay? Everyone just calm down, okay? Just calm down. Antonelli is not dog walking at Russell. He's not beating Russell. He's just there at the moment. So we'll see how everything goes. As long as Mercedes has the best car on the grid, I feel like Russell is going to win Monaco actually, but we'll see about that. Let's just watch this video.
Nigel Mansell won the 1992 World Championship with Williams. And the parallels with Russell right now are really interesting because Frank Williams wanted to hire the best driver available, and to him, Prost was that guy. And now Mansell's come out and said for Russell to survive this season, he needs to fight back, stamp his authority, and make the argument against him impossible. But Toto Wolff also declared this week, the moment a driver feels like it's all about him, that's a mindset we will never allowed. So Russell can't win the fight on track without losing the political one in the garage. That's the trap. And Mansell only had Riccardo Patrese to fight. Russell is up against Toto Wolff's golden child. And if you lose favour with the team, there's the added threat of a four-time world champion suddenly becoming available. Max Verstappen has an exit clause, and it most likely will trigger at the mid-season break. Toto can deny interest all he wants. But if the best driver on the planet becomes available, you go get him. Frank Williams described letting Mansell go as a hard-headed business decision. Williams didn't do it because they didn't rate him. They did it because the organisation came first. And that's not betrayal. That's just how Formula One works. And George Russell is one phone call away from Max Verstappen from finding out.
So yeah, that's just it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Do you feel Antonelli is dog walking Russell? Do you feel like Antonelli is the man for the championship, or do you just feel like Russell has just been quite unlucky and Mercedes isn't like doing that much to fix George's problem because they are focusing on their golden boy and all of that? Let me just know your thoughts. Or do you feel like Mercedes isn't going to even present the World Drivers Championship this year at all or something? Let me know your thoughts and comments uh, right there. I'm going through each and every one of them. I'll I'll be going through each and every of your like your comments generally. So I think I'm going to wrap it up just right here. Uh, yeah. Until next time. See you guys. Bye.